Canned rice in a jar lasts 20 years. The war in my country taught me to preserve food. Bagged rice has an expiration date. I'll show you how to preserve it for 20 years and more. I put the rice in jars. The jars must be completely dry. Rice will save you from hunger at every opportunity. Preserve food when it is available. Save it for when it's gone. Shake the jar to settle the rice. Fill the jar to the top. Dear friends, do you like to eat rice? Write me in the comments. Red heart. I will fill all the jars in the same way. I put the filled jars on a pan that goes into the oven. I put the jars in a cold oven. Then I heat the oven to 110 degrees Celsius. When the oven is heated to 110 degrees, I leave the jars in the oven for 90 minutes. All 90 minutes in the oven is 110 degrees Celsius. Write me in the comments from which country are you watching me? From which city? It's nice to know that we are watching each other all over the world. Red heart. After 90 minutes, I only take out one jar. The oven is turned on all time. Wipe the top of the jar. The jar and the rice are hot. Do everything immediately after removing it from the oven. I sterilize the lids in boiling water for 15 minutes. After that, I kept them in the oven at 50 degrees for 10 minutes. The lids must be dry. You seal while the jar is hot. Remove one jar at a time. The jars must not be cooled before putting the lid on. Write me in the comments from which country are you watching me? From which city? It's nice to know that we are watching each other all over the world. Red heart. When the jar cools, the center of the lid should sink in. If the lid has not sunk in, the procedure was not done well. When the jars have cooled, store them in a dark place until use. They last more than 20 to 30 years. If you like the recipe, leave me a heart or a like in the comments. Thank you, dear friends. Red heart. I will show you how to store flour for a long period of time. It can last more than 20 years in a jar. The jars are clean and washed. I will fill them with flour. Write me in the comments from which country are you watching me? It's nice to know that we are watching each other all over the world. Red heart. Shake to settle the flour. Fill all the jars in the same way. Fill the jars to the top. I will arrange the jars on the baking tray. I put the jars in a cold oven. Only when I put the jars in, I turn on the oven at 100 degrees Celsius. When the oven reaches 100 degrees Celsius, I start timing. I keep the jars in the oven at 100 Celsius for 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, I take one jar out of the oven. I close the oven. Prepare one jar at a time. Don't take everything out of the oven. Wipe the top of the jar. Use protective gloves. It's hot. I close the lid. We do everything while the flour and the jar are hot. When the jar cools, the center part of the lid must sink down. Only such a jar is correct. Repeat the process. One jar at a time. Leave the jars to cool gradually. After that, store them in a dark place. If you like the recipe, leave me a like and a heart in the comment. Thank you, dear friends. Canning pasta in a jar. Lasts for years, 20 years and more. Bagged pasta has its own shelf life. I'll fill the pasta jars. The jars must be completely dry. I fill the jar to the top. Dear friends, write me in the comments if you have food stocks. I fill all the jars in the same way. I will be canning several types of pasta. The choice is yours. I put the filled jars in an oven tray. I sterilize the lids together with the jars. I take the lids out of the oven after 10 minutes. I put the jars in a cold oven so the jars will not burst, they gradually heat up. Now I turn on the oven at 100 degrees Celsius. I keep the jars in the oven for 90 minutes at 100 C. Count the time when 100 C is reached. Remove the lids from the oven after 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I remove the lids, they are now sterile. After 90 minutes, I take one jar out of the oven. The oven is on all the time at 100 C Celsius. The other jars remain in the oven, which is on all the time. I wipe the top of the jar, the lids must fit well. Write me in the comments from which country are you watching me? From which city? It's nice to know that we are watching each other all over the world. Red heart. Use protective gloves, the jars are hot. I take out the second jar, the other jars are in the oven which is turned on. The process takes place while the jars are hot. Write me in the comments from which country are you watching me? It's nice to know that we are watching each other all over the world. When the jars cool, the center of the lid will sink. Only then the procedure succeeded. Store the jars in a dark place. Last for years. If you like the recipe, leave me a heart in the comments and a like. Thank you, dear friends. Red heart.